Hello everyone, welcome to Redmen TV. Everton 0, Liverpool 0, worst Merseyside Derby of all time is done, dusted and out the way. And with the exception of Alberto Moreno, hopefully Liverpool have come through relatively unscathed from that, and that's the best that we could have hoped for. Really, that I said at half time, I thought the game was likely to be won by one goal at best, and if that was going to happen, it was probably going to come via a mad deflection which dropped something Everton's way, or maybe us nicking something on the counter-attack. Everton had the best chances to win the game. Ultimately, at the end of it, they should have done. They should have taken those chances, and they should have broken the. I think it's what, a 16-year hoodoo now, or something over. Ridiculous. I think it's 17. I think it's 17 times. Oh no, maybe it's not 17, but 17 attempts at winning the derby. Yeah, not good for them. Not good for us, to be fair. I think we saw the measure of our intent with this game when we got to 20 minutes left to go. I think like 71 minutes, Roberto Firmino came on. If Liverpool were going for this game, and I think the game was there, we'd had a couple of decent chances, we'd have brought Firmino on for Ings or Solanke, and we'd have kept Mane on the pitch. Bringing Firmino on for Sadio Mane tells you everything you need to know. That's a rotation, that's keeping minutes in the legs to the best of our ability. The fact that we ended up with Ragnar Klavan playing left back, kept Andy Robertson completely out. Fingers crossed he's fine. I hope that wasn't an injury. That we just lashed Trent on, just to lash Trent on, says that, Ings is probably going to have some level of involvement in the week. The best thing for me about this game, the biggest takeaway, was Gini Wijnaldum's performance. He's likely to start the game at the Etihad in the number 6 for us. We've seen hints of this. We saw a bit of this in pre-season. It looked like we were gearing towards him being that option. Not really seen too much of it as the season's gone on, really. Emre Can's likely to be out for that game. We know Henderson suspended, so yeah, I think Gini Wijnaldum performed better than I think expectation. Good to see Henderson playing a bit further forward. I thought Milner was really good as well, particularly the way he supported the attack. We weren't quite the same threat once he went off the pitch, even though Oxlade-Chamberlain maybe should have done a bit more. Had a good chance to win the game for us as well. Probably should have played Solanke and instead opted to blaze one over the top. I think most of us would have taken that shot on, to be fair. Yeah, just a decent, solid run out. If that was a pre-season game, I'd be chock full of positives and all that. As it is, who's asked? I genuinely don't care. I didn't care going into the game. I found a little bit of a spirited passion as we got just to kick off, and the game started off quite heavy and fast. And I thought, okay, it might be a bit of something. Once we got to like 40 minutes in that match, and you could hear the atmosphere was absolutely flat. The performances from all the players on the pitch was flat, and I think you could tell their heads have gone when it comes to Merseyside derbies, and our players were either a combination of trying to find a bit of fitness in the likes of Nathaniel Klein, Danny Ings, etc., or desperately trying to make sure they didn't get injured because they know they're going to be involved for the game on Tuesday. So weirdest Merseyside derby I think I've ever experienced, I've ever seen. One I'm glad's behind us. A real shame that we couldn't get 3 points, but I can say I think you can see the game plan there. And look, if Liverpool can't get through to the semi-finals, then I will be upset that we've not closed the gap on Man United. We've not put a further gap between us and everyone else around us. But I think every Liverpool fan, and I think in this instance I can speak for every Liverpool fan, would say the biggest game of the season's on Tuesday, and I would not want to sacrifice that, knowing that top 4, look, I think we can still go and secure top 4. We should be able to do that regardless of today's results, but it's the biggest 90 minutes of Liverpool for a decade, really, for Liverpool on Tuesday, so as long as we're ready for that, that's the most important thing. Other shining lights, Loris Karius, thought he put a good shift in. Great to see Nathaniel Klein back in the Liverpool side. I thought he was pretty good. Might be an outside shout to actually see him play in the Etihad as well, which I don't think would be a bad thing. Good shift for Ings and Solanke. Mane was fine. It was fine. Let's never speak of this again. After we've done the final word show on the redmentv.com, listen, Ned's over. Come and join us over there if you want to get through this. We'll probably do about half an hour just picking out, mainly talking about Klein and Karius and what we want from these players and the squad, looking ahead to Tuesday, more importantly. That's where the season lies. That's where the crux lies. If you agree with me, if you thought this was just crap and you don't care, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel for bigger and better things starting later this afternoon and on Monday, gearing towards the Champions League quarterfinals. Nice one.